Hi everyone, we're on the way to the property. We're gonna meet an architect for the first time. We haven't really decided yet who we're going with, but this is the first meet and greet. Since we need to start putting plans together for, construction and the interior design team, they need to have measurements of rooms and stuff like that. So, it's still a cold day. It's the last day of the winter, so property is changing fast. Flowers are popping up, green is coming back. So, I tried to take some videos. I know I will be very busy with meeting the person, but I will try to do some filming as well. Welcome to this hidden gem in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. Hi everyone. We are just done with the tour with the architect, so we're very close now to the purchase. The purchase is happening this week, and it's very exciting. It's very stressful, but it's about time I can start showing more things about this property and kind of explain what's going on, what has happened over the last 2 years that I've been kind of a little bit on the background working on this deal. So big plans are in the makes here. It's been a long story, a long journey, but we finally we'll start working on this project, and it's been a long journey to get to the point where we're at right now, but now the fun but stress is coming too. So we have a beautiful property, 44 acres. I've always been looking at a property that I could receive guests and take care of them, but as well do farm to table, have our own farm at the property, and then as well have guests stay on property. So we have boutique hotel, restaurant, focus on wine and nice spirits, and focus on healing, on wellness, and then on top of that, having the beauty from everything here. And protecting history is one big thing too, because the main building was built in 1785, had a major renovation in 1995, and we kind of, instead of having to go to big development companies and then, building cheap buildings on here or neighborhoods, it's as a Belgian as well, it's my vision to protect properties and buildings one piece at a time. So, working sustainable is another big thing for me. So being able to grow our own vegetables, we have a natural spring on property as well. And, walking, finding mushrooms, like there's so much things here for a guest. So it might be better to look at this way. We have a dual cam, so you can actually see the front of me and the back. So these were two separate buildings before, but they were connected. They've been connected in 1995. In the 1700s, this was the summer kitchen, but it was burned down before the renovation. And this is the manor house. This is where my restaurant and some suites will be there. We're looking at a speakeasy in the basement as well. So surrounded by green, by beauty, by forest, by beautiful history. So I know the wind is probably playing in the microphone. I hope the quality is decent. But let me make a little walk around the property to show the scope of it. We have farmland as well, so we will have a farm, an active farm with chickens, with vegetable garden. We have our own spring on property too, so hopefully one day we can serve our own water to our guests. That would be fantastic. And we're really surrounded with farms too. I mean, our neighbors are farmers. They having cattle. They have 300 acres of apple orchards. So we definitely gonna work with them and really support our community here and see what else we can do. This might become a venue space where we can put tents on. And in between the trees you see a few more buildings. And this cottage here is a historical cottage, but it originated from North Carolina, the mountains of North Carolina. But in 1995 it was rebuilt here on property. So it was taken down there and it was rebuilt. So it's a beautiful cottage on our property that, have a beautiful suite. Eventually we will do a tour with the interiors as well, but I wanted to show you some beauty here. This is our natural spring with a pond. This is Little Meadow Creek before that runs through our property as well, and then it kind of runs further over there. This is the overflow from the spring. As you can see, it rained a lot over the last few weeks, so it's pretty filled up, but this is our pond, and as you can see over there, see if I can point it out, right there, that's our natural spring. So that's where water comes out of the rocks, fills this pond. See the clear, very clear water. The wind is playing on it right now, then we have the mill house. It's another studio. Last summer I saw turtles in here. I'm sure there's some nice fish too. But look at the beauty of how clear the water is. Trying to point out with the camera here. It's pretty impressive, pretty big too. Might not look like that on property, but on the camera. And this is the real overflow here. So let's see if I can. So yeah. There was a mill, you see the hole over here in the wall? There was a wheel in there, and hopefully one day we can rebuild this to the old glory. Start seeing spring's beauty coming out here. I'm gonna do some crazy stuff, but hi. How are you? I'm great. Let me come closer. Oop. So yeah, we will keep you updated about everything, and you will start seeing me more active now that we know that the purchase is happening this week. I will be able to talk about more about where we're at and what we're gonna do, what the plans are, and then hopefully to open up as soon as possible. So great talking to you all, and subscribe to my channel if you want to follow the journey, and like the video. So it's important for the channel. So